We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
He didn't remind shit. Don't even let him think that he is on top of it, because he told me.
You're a liar.
I was
You're
looking
a
at the
liar.
clock. How dare you?
I said they're counting you down. You better start on time.
That's
He was
not a
like, "Oh, shit,
reminder.
they are."
That's not a reminder. That's just you pressuring me because they were pressuring you at the same time pressuring me.
Well, this is under pressure. Ba, 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 ba.
No, oh god, I did the lyric videos of that for Dragon Con. That was a nightmare because I had to do the ba-da, biddy-da-ba-boop-ba, biddy-da-ba. I'm like, oh my god, how do I type this?
How did you type it?
It was so weird. I may have to. I may have to show you the video.
Yeah.
It was just completely weird. Completely weird. Pushing. No, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing it.
Pressure, pushing down on tracks, pushing down on me to get the show going.
Welcome back to another NotA Game Report. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me is.
I think you should say to me what I say to Arillis when we stream together.
I don't know what you say to her. I don't want your stuff.
I know that. I say, and that beautiful bitch that you're looking at. I think you should refer to me as that beautiful bitch.
I'm not going to refer to you as a beautiful bitch. You're handsome.
I'm of course Stevie B.
At this moment, you just need to have your hair just to whip it back. Just
Okay, so I find out more and more how much my dad is actually like me. I didn't think me and my dad shared very many qualities, right? And so I'm slowly, as I get older and get to know him in his personal life, because you don't really know your parents and their real personal lives until you get a little older. And I watch him and the things that he does, and like his nickname I found out is Baxi. BAXXEY. And I'm like, that's danger close to Stevie. Like, you have like a Stevie B-esque nickname, first off. And he was like, all his friends from high school came into town because they were supposed to have a wedding when a hurricane came a few years ago. And he was like putting on fake news reports like on a camera. And it was like me. Like, he was amping up. Like, I was like, Heather was like, what the hell? And I was like, what the hell? I don't even know what's happening. And there was just recently, the bar that he goes to had like a charity softball game, and he asked us to come. So Elena could play in it, right? So because they're all old as fuck and they needed like pinch runners. And so she was like the runner for everybody. And at one point he comes out in a blonde wig and just starts like acting sassy. And I'm like, who is this person? That's my father. Okay. Dad? What? Like I was like, hey, is my dad really prancing around in a blonde wig? Like yelling at people like I would? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, fair enough. And she is, of course, Arwen, the true star of the show. That's right. Arwen helped me the other night when it turns out my biggest problem the other night. So I'm in the process of getting a new PC because my PC is so garbage. And my stream went to hell the other night for like the first 30 minutes. And Arwen really had my back. And she was like, you're streaming in 1080p. And I was like, what? So I had meant to set just the canvas to 1080p. But I had the resolution also set to 1080p. But then when I went back to fix it, in my rush to fix everything, I set both the canvas and the resolution to 720. And so then when I went back live again, everything was like, and I was like, what happened? And so I had to end the stream again to swap it back. I have to go release the VODs because right now there's like 5 Stevie B fuck up stream VODs that last about 30 seconds. So I need to go and mess it up. Then, like, Steven finished RE3 Nemesis. Yes. After that, I actually completed a full run of a game that I started on Saturday. I actually started a game start to finish Saturday and last night. So, and it's actually a pretty good stream.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to do that for Borderlands. I'm trying to stay focused on it.
You'll get it, buddy. It doesn't help that we don't play. I mean, we were technically supposed we were supposed to play Borderlands Monday night, but Ari wasn't there, and I gotta play with her. I can't go past her. So, and plus my PC can't run Borderlands in stream at the same time. But I'm gonna go with the fact that it's because I'm waiting for her to be there. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep, and that's why I made a second character to play with you guys.
Yeah. So, so other than that, your boy is going to be streaming the Project Resistance beta all weekend. Your boy got in. So I feel kind of bad because I actually got in both places.
I can't feel bad.
And, well, I feel bad because I redeemed the PS4 key without realizing I also got in on the Xbox. So I could have given that PS4 key out to somebody. So I do feel kind of bad about that.
Well,
that key could have went this.
Well, that is very true, but as a Resident Evil fan, and also as a dedicated tester, you now need to spend a good day spending your time on the PlayStation 4, making sure to find any bugs and give any feedback, and then switch over to the Xbox and give the feedback and find any bugs there as well. And then next week on the NotA Game Report, we're going to have an exclusive look from Stevie B to talk about the differences on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. Can't wait, buddy.
We'll see. No, I'm kidding. Showtime actually got into the Xbox One on accident. Showtime and I both have the Project Resistance beta on the Xbox, so I will probably play it for a little while with him at some point on stream as well. Because for the Xbox, all you needed to have was the
Xbox Insider.
Yes, that app.
Yep.
And he had it installed. And so he was just like, oh, look, I have that app, actually. And he went in the app, and he's like, oh, look, here's my invite. I was like, you know how many people on Twitter are losing their fucking minds because they just can't get in and they're upset? Meanwhile, you're just like, oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So, anyway, not much else happened to me this weekend. I lived a pretty boring weekend this weekend. I don't even remember what I did. That's how boring my weekend was. Heather was gone on Saturday. She went to a con with the realists, as most of you know. So I just kind of hang out with the kids all day, and nothing crazy happened, really.
Oh, no, something crazy happened. What are you talking about?
We're not talking about Friday night.
Oh, yeah, okay. We need to talk about Friday night, because I wasn't there.
We're not referring to Friday. Okay, so Friday night got a little wild.
A little?
Got a little bit wild.
A little? I saw that clip.
It got a little wild Friday night, boys. I'm not even going to lie to you. Got a little wild, but it was fun. It was a fun stream. Ari was here. Well, first we weren't going to stream because my internet was completely out. It was a crazy day. It was a roller coaster every day. Because at first I got off early, and I was like, yeah, I'm off early. It's time to get it done. And then I came home to my internet being completely out, and them telling me that it's not going to be back up by Saturday. And then maybe I'm like, well, there goes the stream. It's ruined. Everything's ruined. It's all over. And then, like, when I finally came to terms with the fact that it was ruined, I walked back in here, and the internet was working fine. I think there's still something wrong, though, because, you know, the internet was half the problem on Saturday night as well, the upload speed. Yeah. I generally do 11 to 12 up, and when I did a test, I was still getting my, like, 105 down, but I was only getting, like, 0.8 up.
Oh,
and, you know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so when you stream, you know, you need at least 4 to 5 up for it to be anywhere near good. So, well, I guess you could make it work with 3, but you'd have to turn your bit rate down.
Shit, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm just saying you'd have to turn your bit rate down to like 1500. But it was a fun night once we finally got everything going. I had a lot of fun. Preach just showed up, so he was here. Like he since he's moved back into town, he just
Yeah, I feel
randomly
like
comes
that's gonna
over.
happen more.
Yeah, he just randomly comes over now. And so he happened to be here, and he was like, "Wait, what are you doing?" And he just got super excited at the idea of causing me pain. And yeah, so that's what happened. And Heather made this. Okay, so the sodium intake in this spam that Heather made for Aurelius. Okay, so oh man, I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like 500 milligrams of sodium a slice, and there was like 6 slices in the can. It was some like ludicrous number of sodium, like your weekly intake of sodium in one piece of fucking spam. Like it was ludicrous.
Look.
And
Now that when people count the calories, now they worry. But back in the day, when you needed to survive out in the wilderness, you always took your spam.
And we were posting shit with his internet. What was that? Yeah, you were definitely. And dungeon meats. That's right. Auron called it dungeon meats because Heather didn't get spam. She got luncheon meats. She got like all these off-brand spam, which is called luncheon.
Wait. There's an off. How you do off-brand spam?
I don't know. I just like Heather. You're trying to kill her.
Yeah, I mean, spam was bad enough. Now you're going off-brand. Do you hate her?
And so I don't know. And so we were supposed to get pumpkin spice spam, right? But dude, Walmart. It was like exclusive to Walmart and the spam.com, right?
Stop.
It's sold out instantly on
What?
both. Like I got on the Walmart.com, saw it pop up, went to buy it, and it was like gone before I could check out. I don't know if they just had low numbers or people are crazy, but it was gone. And I was like, okay, I guess I won't be having spam or pumpkin spice spam. And so Heather was like, "Don't worry, I can find a recipe."
Oh,
And
shit.
so Heather turned regular spam into pumpkin spice spam. But see, here's the thing: she found a good recipe, and it was like a sauce, right? And so when you first bit into it, obviously the first thing you're gonna taste is a covering, right? So you bit into it and you taste the pumpkin stuff, and it actually tasted really good. And so you're like, "Oh," and then it's just like
Spam.
salt. It's just like, well, it's like ground, just good. And then the salt kicks in, and it's like more salty than Stevie B when he's having a Superman Batman argument with a basic bitch Batman fanboy fan. Like that. That's how salty it was, and it was just like, and then it like mixed with like what it's not any kind of part of the animal you want to consume. It just was like, and then it was just like mushy. Oh, that was gross. Because for some reason I took a bite. I got double the punishment. I guess I don't know. Yeah, and then Heather whipped out the wax, and then it was over. Everything was fine after that. I'm just kidding. No, it started off. It was supposed to be my legs. Carlin said, "Basic bitch Batman fanboy." Okay, Carlin, let me explain that statement. Okay.
Oh, shit. We're going to be here all night.
Carl, let me explain that statement. Okay, there's a specific type of fanboy, right? That is just like they're Batman fans to be Batman fans because it's cool, and they don't really know anything about comic books like whatsoever. There's like Batman kick your ass, man. God, and like never read like a Batman book in their lives, but they're just doing it because it's the cool thing, and that infuriates me a little bit. Because I'm like, well, okay, well, what's your favorite like Batman like story? I don't like. I'm not like, what's your favorite Batman comic issue number, but like, what's the favorite story you read? And it's like, well, it was really good in that Batman movie with Michael Keaton, and he was awesome. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm referring to. That it's okay being a Batman fan. It's not okay being a Batman fanboy like that. Anyway, so we we whipped out the wax, and Aurelius took one look at my legs, Colin said, "Okay, I'll allow it." So yeah, I mean, I like Batman. I mean, half the time we do these shows, I wear a Batman shirt, but it's just like that kind of fanboy. I don't like Colin. So Aurelis took one look at my legs and goes, "Nah, dog." I go, "What?" She's like, "You've got like 5 hairs." I just spit. That's what she did. "You've got like 5 hairs on your leg." She's like, "It's not gonna hurt at all."
Damn, Mari.
I know. And then she looked at my arm and she's like, "But your arm, that's pretty hairy." I was like, this bitch. She's like, "We're moving to your arm." I go, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do your arm." Heather, we're doing his arm. And I was just like, "I guess we're doing the arms, boys." And so, and boy, let me tell you. That reaction I put out, I'm sure you guys have seen it on the Facebook and the Twitters. That leg was not an exaggeration. That shit hurt so bad. I don't know how y'all pull it off. You beautiful women that do this on the regular. But like, I still look down on my arm and go, and I get flashback. And I just look at it and I go, when is this hair coming back? I think it's gonna be a fucking minute. Like, I have this huge, because they stripped me like 3 times in each arm. So I just had this big spot. I almost was like, maybe I should just shave the rest of it because it looks weird now. I'm not gonna get her to wax the rest of it. Maybe I should get her to shave the rest of it. I don't know. Harmon said, "Don't wax me now." Heather rips. Oh yeah, that was one. See, Heather
wax me now.
Heather lured me into like false sense of security with a lot of it, right?
As a wife does.
Yeah, she would like say something that would get me talking about something else, and it's like boom, and it was shocking. The leg, to be fair, the legs, because I said, all right, we got to do the legs at least once, because Persona was like, well, you did say the legs. I was like, all right. So we did the legs like twice as well. One of the legs like twice, but it really didn't hurt at all, because Ari's right. I don't have like any hair on my legs whatsoever. But then they gave me like this huge speech about how I need to exfoliate and all this shit, like, because there's a bunch of dead skin on my leg, and it was... There's this whole thing. And back and torso.
We didn't come here for that. We came here for the waxing.
Yeah. And well, the back end, I don't have any hair on my back. And I have a little like patch right here. Like I'm not that hairy, to be fair. If you wait too long, it'll hurt like a bitch. So yeah, that's what she said. And then she ripped it off. Because he's like, it'll harden and hurt like a bitch. And I was like, I could kind of already feel it hardening. And then I like started to talk about how I could feel it hardening, and then she just ripped it off. And it hurt. It hurts a lot. And then we got Ari on the PSVR, which was a lot of fun. Even though like I haven't set up the VR in this new setup, and I didn't know she wanted to play it pre-stream. Otherwise, I would have like done the testing, to make sure it was gonna work. So I went through like hell and back trying to get the PSVR to actually work. And turns out my first problem was I got it to work on the Elgato fine, but then when the VR portion kicked in, it just died. It just went out. Like, you could still see us and stuff, but like the Elgato stopped displaying it. Turns out the HDMI cord was like not powerful enough to run it once it was in VR mode, I guess.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so luckily I had a HDMI cord like just sitting next to me, and I got him to hook it up. And then it worked fine. But then, like, also the problem was like the camera. I haven't tested it, so because everything's been moved around, everything needed to be recalibrated. And I was just like, just go. So like her trying to play it, it's very funny because everything is like not, and like the camera's being cut off, and Arwen's like, just back up, and we're like, so she goes.
You can't back up any further.
Yeah, there's not that much room. Trex has been in here since I've like moved stuff around.
Did you move the couch?
We had to move the coffee table, and because she wasn't sitting on the couch, she was sitting like on a chair, like kind of close to the TV. So we had to like move the couch, move the coffee table, put it on the couch, and then it kind of got a little better. So it was good. I mean, it was fun. She eventually got it. I just wanted her to go further because she's playing a scary game. Paranormal Activity game, but she never really got to any super scary parts. I really wanted to play RE7, but turns out Dante has it, and I didn't know he had it, and so I called him on the stream, and I put him on speaker, and for everybody to hear, and that little asshole dude, listen what he says. He goes, so they tell him what happened. He's like, "You waxed him? That's a lot of damn wax." I was like, "Dante!" So I hung up on him because he's weird. No,
Yeah, as an officer of the law.
no, he's a detective too. But no, so he had my copy of RE7, so I couldn't. I really wanted to do that, but I couldn't. I meant to take a sip, and I just picked up and put it here and walked away. Sorry. So we put on that game, so that was a lot of fun, and so she had a good time. She got the hang of it. Trying with someone who's never been in VR before, it's very like it takes a long time for them to be like, "What the fuck am I doing?" Like, I'm sorry. Armin said, or I didn't say back up. I said she was out of bounds of the camera.
That
I'm
was
sorry, Armin. I'm sorry, Armin. My bad.
Read the next line.
She did. She says back up. Fox News twisting my words again. Wait, am I Fox News? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
But yeah, calibration. People in VR.
Right. So she got the hang of it, and but then when she finally got the hang of it, it was like 1 a.m, and they had to get up at like 6:30 to go to the con, which I find really funny, right? Because she slept on the couch, and so I stayed up. I stayed up to like 2:30. And so I'm going to bed. Like I came in here, put my headphones, got real quiet, and I'm going to bed. And I walk in the living room, like trying to like super creep because I figured she'd be asleep. And she's just sitting there on her phone. It's like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Oh my god,
God damn it!"
It's like, "All right, you insomniac." So yeah, and that was it. I mean, that's it. And Saturday, I spent the day with kids, and Sunday, I just kind of hung out with the fam, with Heather. We watched a lot of The Righteous Gemstones. I can't say enough. If you guys aren't watching The Righteous Gemstones, watch it. It's so funny. Game report with Steven and friends. Oh yeah, that whole thing got brought up because Preach is real salty about that first live podcast at the comic store.
Yeah.
And that got brought up too, and he got mad about it. Then he started like rummaging the nerd cave trying to find the free times that I have somewhere in here. I don't remember where
I wonder if I still have my copy.
Yeah, I got it somewhere. I'll try to find it, and maybe I'll put it in the Discord. But he was so mad. And he got triggered just talking about it. Like I was like, bro, it's not that serious. like he acts like it's something that I did on purpose. Or like I set it up. I was like, that wasn't me. If you're gonna blame anybody, blame Dan. A good old friend of the show, Dan. But no, it was fun. We had a good time. What did you do this weekend?
Borderlands.
That's it? Just Borderlands?
That's it. I have no intention right now of playing DCUO. I don't know what.
Shit, what?
I have no idea why, but every fall around this time, it's like I take my break from DCUO. Like I'm not 100% in it. Like the other months of the year, it's just like when September hits, it's like, I don't want to do this. Like the new episode, I'm not feeling it. It's not engaging, and like, I mean, I'm still doing it. Right now I'm doing it like 2 days a week instead of doing it every single day. But like right now, I'm just taking this opportunity where I don't have the drive to do DCUO heavily to do other games like Borderlands 3. It's apparently supposed to be a 35+ hour game if you do all the side missions. Bitches, I'm on fucking like 1 day and like 10 hours of gameplay on one character. It's like, fuck. So
yeah, I mean,
and I'm apparently only 50% in. I'm almost done with Eden 6, and I'm like 50% of the game. I'm like, for real? I'm already level 33. Max level's 50. Like, shit.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out like really soon. Showtime is very excited about the new Ghost Recon. He's been talking to me about it. And there's a new co-op mode in Battlefront, like 4-player co-op story mode with the clones. I didn't know they were still updating that damn game. Apparently, there's DICE is like, nah, we're sorry. Here's all this extra stuff that we're giving you, and it's all been free. So he wants to play and stream that. So I might do that soon with him.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, Destiny 2 just launched free to play on Steam and PlayStation 4 in a certain capacity. I mean, even on Steam, it's like for $25 you get Forsaken, which was the last expansion. You can get for $30 you can get Shadowkeep, which is the new thing. You can get the bundle, which is $60 for Shadowkeep and all of the seasons that comes with Shadowkeep. And I'm really interested to see how at least the free to play aspect of it is with this new update.
Same.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, Destiny 2 is now here. Fallout 76 is getting back on my radar. Atlas is now going to be on crossplay with Xbox, and
it's true.
Of course it's old games that I've dropped because of my main game, but now it's like there's a little bit of new avenues, and of course with TwitchCon just ending. TwitchCon honestly, it does remind me that you really need to look at being more of a variety streamer. You just can't be one trick pony, which I've been okay with, because for me personally, the past year being at my 9-to-5 job, I absolutely love it. I would not change anything with it, but I still do have the Twitch thing, and I do have you guys supporting me, and I've just not really became into the aspect of wanting to be partner. Even if I'm partnered, my schedule is not going to change. Even if I'm partnered, my day job I'm not going to leave my day job. Even my boss was like, dude, if you do become partner, we'll work a schedule and make you fit. I'm like, Ben, I love you enough. I don't need this. So, but me getting partner is not really now my focus. It's me just wanting to really just to build up the community, build up the views. And TwitchCon, of course, has their stuff. They're introducing some new things that I definitely don't have a list for, which I guess we can try and do later. You have that look on your face that you're probably about to mention, why am I not over at Mixer yet?
Yes! Oh, God, you know me so well. Yo, to be fair, most of these guys know I've been low-key like, it's almost time for Trex to start Mixer, boys.
The account's made. I'm getting some graphics made up as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I mean, again, I work a 9-to-5, and and it could possibly be, it's like, catch me on these days on Mixer, catch me on these days on Twitch. It's like, or catch me on both. I don't give a fuck at this point.
Double dipping. No, the biggest thing that I took back, that I took away from all the announcements, there's a lot of good stuff coming for creators and affiliates to that. Like they're changing essentially the whole layout of the stream. You're gonna be able to put your own, like, they're provided about me. It's gonna be more of like a social page than like what it is now. It's you'll be able to put like a preview video up, things like
channel
that.
Trailer.
Yeah.
It's the same thing
exactly.
YouTube did.
Right. And the biggest thing, though, that I took back was now affiliates are actually going to get a cut of the ad revenue from the ads that play at the beginning of the streams. And you'll be able to put ads in the streams like partners can at some points if you want to.
Yeah,
We're going to bombard you with ads or anything. I'm just saying.
I mean, it does give you something to watch, at least when, like, during the Be Right Backs.
Right.
And I will say, that's a very welcome change, and I'm really wanting to know more of the aspect of the percentages of what we would get for those ads, right? Because basically when you come onto the channel, like right now, you would come on and you would see an ad, and at the very top it would say, for partners, it would be this ad supports Tally, this ad supports Total Biscuit,
this ad supports Darkside Phil.
And then this one, and so now when it comes to the affiliates, it's not going to say, instead of it normally saying this ad supports Twitch, it's like this ad supports Nerds of the Apocalypse, and
Dope.
that is going to be very dope. And I think, and I'm just for me as a business standpoint, I'm wanting to know the percentages of what you're trying to push out onto me here, and and even with that, the channel. The channel trailer was cool. It works for YouTube. I think it's going to work here on Twitch. The UI for the schedule calendar is going to be its own separate page. I have to say that looked really clean. It looked really clean, and I think that's going to be a lot better than what I've tried to find out there as well. And
yeah, I just use the Streamlabs one.
Yeah.
That kind of it's pretty basic, but it works. Not Streamlabs, Stream Elements. Sorry, the extension, the Twitch extension you can download, which is fine. I mean, you pull up the stream, you scroll down, you can see where it is. It gives like a countdown and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But it's pretty basic. So,
but yeah, Twitch is definitely moving more into, like you said, into that social media aspect of how the layout is. And whether that's a good or bad thing, only time will tell. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just really want to focus on one thing, and that's just game streaming, and that's what Mixer does.
That's true. The biggest problem that I think Twitch has in general, like, is discoverability, right? Like, it doesn't put you with the right people when you're just like browsing. It focuses on who has the most viewers as compared to who's streaming the content that you would want to watch. So they need to figure out that algorithm, I think, a little bit more.
The recommendations is getting better, but yeah, there's always room to improve.
That's right. Vegemite, what's up? How you doing? Yo.
But all right, we have a 1 hour to get through all of our headlines. You ready for this?
Oh, let's do it. Okay. Well, so first off, I have to say this. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, you can check this out live at twitch.tv/Nerds of the Apocalypse. We stream every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We do this little thing called the hashtag NotA Game Report, where Trex and I sit down and we talk about all the gaming, well, not all the gaming news, the gaming news that interests us the most, and then we discuss it amongst ourselves and with you. You can be a part of the live talk. You can see, I don't know if I'm pointing the right place, but somewhere down there you can see right there, there's a chat. And so we read it as much as we can. Sometimes you guys go a little crazy. And you got not crazy like you say crazy things, but like you start talking a lot. I try to catch them all. But yeah, you can join in the conversation live over at twitch.tv/Nerds of the Apocalypse. So come hang out.
All right, guys, let's talk about the game releases for the week. Remember, we had September 30th on the Wednesday. 2 games did come out. ArcAge Unchained on the PC September 30th. ArcAge is a free-to-play MMO RPG on the PC. ArcAge Unchained is basically its re-release, and they took away, supposedly, a lot of the pay-to-win mechanics that was in the original ArcAge. If you guys want to definitely retry, or even try out ArcAge, be sure to take a look at it. Third Eye on PC, September 30th. Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition on the Switch, October 1st. Call of Duty Mobile on Android and iOS on October 1st. That is literally
what?
It's Call of Duty Mobile. It's exactly what you think.
Is it the companion app, or is it like?
It is. 1 second, because it's literally on the front page of the Play Store. Let's see what this is. Don't play the trailer, I swear to God. So the official Call of Duty designed exclusive for mobile games. Play iconic multiplayer maps and modes anytime, anywhere. 100-player Battle Royale Battleground, fast 5v5 team deathmatch, scary zombie action, sniper versus sniper. Activision's free-to-play Call of Duty Mobile has it all.
Okay.
Yep. So far, it's 4.7.
All right. We'll see what happens after all the trads download it.
There you go. 80 Days on the Switch, October 1st. What the Golf on PC, October 1st. Ghost Recon Breakpoint Gold/Ultimate Early Access begins on October 1st for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, ladies and gentlemen. PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and later on the Stadia as a launch title. All of it is on October 1st, but Stadia is coming later. Destiny 2 New Light on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Destiny 2 New Light is the base free-to-play game. Shadowkeep is the expansion pack for that.
So I have a question. If I have Destiny 2 on the Blizzard, does it still count?
Blizzard, you'll definitely need to go over to the Bungie website, connect your Battle.net account to your Bungie, and get everything transferred over to get onto the Switch. Onto the Steam, I'm sorry. Because I was on PlayStation 4, I then was on Bungie, and I was able to get my Bungie account connected to my PlayStation 4, and also to my Battle.net, and then also to Steam. And then the account's going to ask you what is your main account, and you just choose whichever one has the highest shit. Charlie Day, you okay?
I'm good. I have Destiny 2 on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox, and the Blizzard. Because now it's not because I bought them all. It's because at one point Best Buy was giving them away for like, you made a $20 game purchase, you get a copy of Destiny 2, and I just kept taking them. So
I mean, might as well, right?
that's right. Sorry, keep going.
A girl who chants love at the bound of this world on PC, PlayStation 4, Switch on October 1st. Warsaw on PC, October 2nd. The Long Return on PC, October 3rd. Paranoia, Happiness is Mandatory on PC, October 3rd. The Wild 8 official launch on PC, October 3rd. Neocab on PC and Switch on October 3rd. The Tiny Bang Story on the Switch on October 4th. Ghost Recon Breakpoint official launch on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, October 4th. And the most important game of them all comes out Friday, October 4th. Ghostbusters, the video game remastered, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch.
That game is so good, and I might actually buy it again because of how good it is. Like, it is legitimately 100% Ghostbusters 3. Like, if you ever want to play a third Ghostbusters movie, or ever wanted to see a third Ghostbusters movie, just watch that, or just play that. I'm getting it backwards. It's very good. And like, all the actors come back to reprise their voices. It's amazing. And it's 4-player co-op, dude. Like,
Woo! Yes, do it. I'm down for that.
Vegemite said, I was too lazy to relink my Destiny 2 account to the Steam, and I also got it for free.
Well, you're starting over.
Yeah. I said in basic bitstream, just connect all your accounts to Bungie. That's right.
Thanks, Raph.
I was there to help.
And so our first news article that we're going to be talking about is not even really an article. It's a tweet. Because that's all it was done. It was just said in the tweet. No press release, no nothing. Coming here from PlayStation's Twitter account. It is with great emotion that we announced that the Worldwide Studios chairman, Shawn Layden, will be departing SIE. His visionary leadership will be greatly missed. We wish him success in future endeavors and are deeply grateful for his years of service. Thanks for everything, Shawn. You can't really say thanks for everything in a goddamn tweet.
But they did.
So for the folks who don't know, Shawn Layden, if you ever watched any of the E3 stuff, he is the nice gentleman on the screen right next to Phil Spencer and who used to be Reggie. We lost 2 out of the 3 we lost 2 out of the 3 Trinity folks here. It's like Phil Spencer like sitting over here like, am I next to go?
Well, I like when Reggie left, everybody acted like he was fucking dead. Like, y'all, he just retired. He's fine. Like, he's absolutely fine. And like, there was like in memorandum, like, oh, how do you say it?
In memorandum
of Reggie, and I'm like, you guys, he's all right. Like, he's fine. He's just retiring. Everybody wants to retire, even the Nintendo guy. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm not really too fond of. And Shawn, first off, has also been quiet. He's been on Twitter. He hasn't said anything. He's been on his Twitter account. He's been liking this, liking that, all over the place, retweeting. But he hasn't made a statement, which would not surprise me if there was like an NDA that he had to sign and he can't talk about it yet. But man, ouch.
You think he got fired?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's been there since the 80s. Like, that's
He
rough.
has, I believe, according to Kind of Funny this morning, he has been with Sony for I think 30 years.
It's crazy.
It has been crazy. And he's done a lot of things position wise in the company, and now he's gone. And now the question could be if Shawn has left, if he has departed or quit, or if he was fired, what's next? I mean, could he do the Reggie route and just want to go spend time with his family? Or could he be going to Stadia?
That's possible.
I'm a little bit leaning towards the conspiracy theory of he's going to Stadia.
That's 100% a conspiracy theory, though. But he might be. They need some clout. It's like sending Ninja to Mixer, right? They're like, all right, let's get that guy over here. He knows what he's fucking doing. Get him over here. I mean, they need something, right? Because I mean, at the end of the day, Google Stadia is like it's hard for them to market it. Like, what are you bringing to the table that these other guys don't? So they need someone with experience to like really bring it to the table. So.
And I'm going by off of my memory because I cannot remember if Stadia even really has anyone game heavy in part of that side of the Google world for Stadia. If they don't have a video game presence, and I think Shawn can definitely do that. But so now we have no Worldwide Studios chairman. So. No one's been announced as the replacement, because that was another thing with Nintendo, is that Reggie's stepping down, and then here comes Bowser. He's like, "This is my replacement."
Did you put it in your application yet?
I am not working for Sony,
bro. I would ditch Microsoft in a heartbeat. Sony was like, "Hey, come rep our stuff, Stevie B." I'd be like, "Okay, babe." And then on the way out, I'd be like, that episode of Parks and Rec where she tells him about the cookies and he just throws the computer in the trash. I mean, maybe the Xbox. I'm going to Sony. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Microsoft. If you ever watched this, I'm just kidding.
So I mean, Sony has not really been, or let me rephrase, PlayStation has been quiet this past year. I mean,
yeah, I mean, what do they really got? I think they're like hyper focused on next gen. You know, they got their big ones coming out. Really, The Last of Us. That's really like the next huge thing to come from them. The last probably.
This is the last thing for their year.
Yeah, and they I mean, Death Stranding. That's not Sony exclusive, is it? Is it?
We do not officially know.
I know it's not on Xbox, but. There's like big possibilities coming to PC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But right now,
that's right. Oh, God. That's a trigger word for a lot of these internet folks. Okay.
Pew pew. But yeah, Last of Us is PlayStation's real last big game coming out this year. Death Stranding is definitely part of it. But with Last of Us, that's in-house. That is an in-house studio with Sony, with PlayStation, from Naughty Dog, that they've created this game. And then Death Stranding is just that third-party game. Not really even denounce it as much as it is, because Death Stranding is going to fucking sell. It's gonna sell.
Bro.
So much.
Man... still, no one knows what you do in the game, and
that's the mystery.
Like, everybody still is gonna buy the hell out of it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been like, well, maybe. Even I mean, everybody else is. I don't know, bro. Like, we'll see. Maybe I'll write Sony and be like, "Yes, I stream for 15 to 20 people regularly. Can I get a review copy?"
I mean. You know what? I mean, literally that's your letterhead right there. That's your letter to go to every developer. It's like, I normally stream to 15 to 20 people in my viewership. We play for about 3 to 4 hours. Can I get a review copy of your game?
That's right. Vegemite said, when is NotA Game Report getting sponsored? Hopefully right now with Death Stranding. I probably won't. You
Speaking
probably won't
of,
get it.
not a sponsored by DiGiorno. Hashtag deliver DiGiorno on Twitter. Retweet the main tweet and also your city for possibly a free DiGiorno delivery. National Pizza Month.
How do you get free DiGiorno delivery?
Dude, they're gonna deliver. It's a whole big thing.
Wait, so they're gonna like cook it somewhere else?
Bro, I don't know. That's what I don't know.
Or are they delivering you a frozen pizza?
I don't know. It's on their Twitter, and I definitely retweeted this morning with Columbia.
Wait a minute. Like, hold on.
We have to get through. We have to get through. I'm glad I put that stumper on you. DiGiorno, it's not delivery, but this month it will be. Your face right now. Your face. Talking more a little bit about PlayStation, coming here from IGN. PlayStation Now gets a big price cut, adds God of War, GTA 5, and more to line up. So, starting today, the PlayStation Now US price will be $9.99 a month, $24.99 a month for 3 months, or $59.99 per year. That's down.
Can I just
yeah, go ahead,
say this real quick? Fucking finally. Sony! Finally, Sony! Like, how long have we been talking about this, Sony? How long have we been talking about this? Finally, bro.
5 episodes?
Yeah, you're right. But still, like, it's about time, Sony. Thank you. Sorry,
so, just for a price comparison, that's down from 20, 50, 100 respectively before. And you can find the full list of prices in other regions in the official blog post. Yeah, wow. So
that's a good deal. If you don't own these exclusive games, that's really good. Now the question is do you get like the new Sony exclusive as they come out? Do you also get them on the service like Microsoft does? Because that is worth it. Like if you signed up for this and you got like Last of Us 2 day one, because you're part of this service, Steve B might even be signed up for this fucking service. So like, I'm just saying, let me know.
So, as far as I know, the only thing that we do know is that the most recent God of War, Grand Theft Auto 5, Infamous Second Son, and Uncharted 4: Thief's End are now available through the service until January 2nd, 2020. Now, as far as I know, that means that you have until January 2nd, 2020, next year, to get the game before you can't play it anymore, before you can't download it part of the service. I think it stays on the console still.
No, it might be like how the Xbox works, right? So like if you have it installed and it gets pulled off the service, it's sort of like Netflix, right? Like if it gets pulled off the service, you it goes
away.
It's still technically installed on your console, but you lose like the license to play it.
Yeah, so at that point you have to go and buy the game.
Right. So, and my guess is like they're just saying up until January, there's a big chance they'll get renewed. And I think it'd be safe to bet that anything that is under the Sony moniker, like published by them, will always be on there. Like games like God of War and Spider-Man.
Gotcha. Yeah, see, that's the thing is like if Spider-Man jumped on this, I'm there. I'll put money down right now.
In the picture.
That's just the top 24 PlayStation 4 games of the spring. So it's through that, and because you can play PlayStation Now games streaming on your PC, that means that these 3 PlayStation exclusives that are in that list are no longer require a PlayStation 4 to play at all.
Dope.
Playing God of War on my RTX 2060 RTX on. Yeah, baby.
Well, hold on a minute. If you're streaming it,
yeah, I think the graphics aren't going to really matter.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I was like, wait a minute.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Now your processor, on the other hand, that would be That'd be the
Uh,
cool thing.
so once again, we've talked about this before, subscription based gaming, and now that PlayStation Now is in a better spot of money wise, because Jesus Christ, this is a great price now, and it almost kind of matches or is close to Xbox Game Pass, but not on their functionality.
Right.
But I mean, this is a big thing PlayStation needs to do to go up against Xbox's Game Pass, because the Xbox Game Pass still wins, hands down, it still wins.
Yeah, it's very, very user friendly. Like you literally go into My Games and Apps. There's a section for Game Pass, and you can literally go through the entire list and just pick what you want to download and install. It's very easy, and it's still less expensive. And there's it seems like, I'm not sure the whole full list of games, but it seems like there's still a bunch more games. But I mean, so everybody said this generation that the Sony exclusive games are way better than anything Microsoft's put out. And even me being an Xboner, I would 100% agree with that. So if you can get all the Sony exclusives on this $10 a month feature, games like Spider-Man, and you've already got God of War in there, things like that, it would definitely be a no-brainer at that point. Everything's going this way, right? Everything's going to the subscription service. I think Sony sees that. Even I wouldn't be surprised if soon we have like a Rockstar service or a Square Enix service or something like that, because I mean, we've talked about it previously on the Game Reports. There's a Ubisoft service now. There's been an EA service. I mean, there's been an EA one they're probably the first one to do it. Microsoft's doing their own. Like, we're definitely moving into that era. I think is like what's coming is going to be like the full, like maybe you're not streaming all your games, but you're definitely like getting the license keys from streaming services, sort of how like Netflix is and Hulu is and stuff like that, until Disney buys everything, and then you just have one Disney account for literally all your entertainment purposes. So that'll happen.
It's coming, Mouse. It's coming.
That's right. Vegemite says, I missed the PS2 days. Okay, the best PlayStation era. I would agree with that. NotA Game Report sponsored by Vegemite. I can make that happen. Make it happen, Vegemite. Let's do it.
Do you know what Vegemite is?
I know it's a spread of some sort.
Yes. He's supposed to try and ship some to me. I need to get a PO box.
Yes. Listen, ship it, and then you and I will get together and we'll try it on stream. It'll be fun.
Apparently, dude, there's a whole big process of what we cannot do with Vegemite. Like, it has to only be on toast. We can't put it with anything else. It's so weird.
Like, legally or just like socially?
A little bit of both.
Okay, like, is Vegemite gonna be like, we saw what the fuck you did with our stuff, dude? I don't know if that.
Like, you can't like you can't have it with peanut butter. You can't you can't have it contact your skin. It's so weird.
Vegemite says don't put it on your dick. I'm not gonna lie. That's the kind of place that their CVB brain
socially.
Goes first. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like this is where the head goes. Look at that! Look at all those things that I put together.
And continue on with the PlayStation and even Death Stranding news. Death Stranding's Jar Baby can speak through the PlayStation 4 controller speaker.
Bruh, like, that's enough. All right, pretty soon, like, the controller's gonna like have a piss on you or something. Like what are they doing with this game? Like, I don't even. What does the baby say? Like, so this to me says that, like, the baby talks in some fashion. Like, I don't know. I mean, are you just gonna get goo goo gagas, or are they gonna be like, Norman Reedus, you forgot to check that box over there for loot? Like, I'm like, what's the baby saying to me?
So, So the article here, people are about the Death Stranding PS4 bundle, which features a new PS4 controller that looks a lot like the Jar. Norman Reedus carries a baby named BB. What possessed director Hideo Kojima to remind us imprisoned Jar infants? We may never know. But it looks like Kojima is taking things a step further than we expected. According to a tweet from Kojima, the baby will also be able to make noises come out of your controller.
Okay. That's cool, I guess.
So far, we're not sure if any PlayStation 4 DualShock controller can do this, or if it's just a special edition. That said, plenty of other games do use a DualShock speaker, which is completely true. But so no, stop.
I mean, to be fair, I've always liked the PlayStation speaker feature, but like, this just seems like it's really weird. Yeah,
It's already a weird game. We don't need this extra weirdness.
You ever been playing a game and then like one of the speaker features kicks in,
Yeah,
and you jump through the fucking ceiling? That's happening all the time. Like you was playing, the controls like, "What's up, dog?" And oh,
I just don't need. It's like, all right, here we go. What the hell?
It's gonna be perfect. You get the special Death Stranding PS4 Pro with the piss yellow controller, and then it'll talk to you, okay? And then it's perfect, and you come full circle. Carlin said there's never enough weird tricks. That's right.
I'm pretty sure Hideo Kojima is basically just absorbing all of it.
I think Hideo Kojima just has like a bunch of crazy shit on like this huge board, right? He's like, all right, this is what we're putting in the game next. All right, let's take this off.
This is probably exactly where Konami is just looking at everything and is going to look at us and it's like, you see, you guys complained about us about holding him back. This is what happens when we don't hold him back. You're welcome, world.
I know.
We tried to keep him contained, but then y'all wanted to let him out.
And now he just got his own fucking building.
It went gold too. It went gold. The game went gold.
When's it out?
The game comes out November 9th.
That's really soon.
Uh-huh. He posted a picture on his Twitter with the rest of the studio, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't think it went gold, but I think actually the game is finished. Like the game is on disc and done.
We talk about this so much. I feel like one of us needs to bite the bullet and play this game.
Dude, I got that feeling too, and I'm so worried.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, we'll talk about it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I got my my Best Buy thing still. So I don't know. We'll see.
And I got my Amazon credit card. Shit.
There we go. Okay.
Well, when's November 9th?
I know.
No, that's October. No, that can't be right. No.
What?
No, it's not possible. November 9th is a Saturday. It can't be on November 9th.
Well, the new Star Wars. Oh, you know what? The new Star Wars game comes out the 15th. I'm definitely getting that.
November 8th. Sorry, November 8th. So it's still that Friday.
Yeah. Games are coming out on Fridays now too. So I mean, it's just a thing that's happening. I've already pre-ordered Jedi Fallen Order, right? Fallen Jedi. The new Star Wars. Yes, I've already pre-ordered that and I'm good to go. I wanted to get the controller, but I don't think that the wife is going to let that go down. But we'll see what happens.
Hey, you are the man of the house, so you need to make sure you ask permission.
That's right. I say what's going on around this house as long as I talk to Heather about it first.
Okay, so your Jedi Fallen Order comes out on the 15th, the following weekend.
Oh boy.
So I feel like I'm gonna have to be that person to bite the bullet.
You do that, and then I'll get Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, I'm glad you get a game that you want to play. Glad this works out for you.
What version? I'm actually only gonna get. Wait, you talking to Trex or myself? Sorry.
There's only one version. I'm not getting the PlayStation 4 Pro. I got the Destiny 2 one, and I don't even play that game.
There is a deluxe version of Jedi Fallen Order, but there's no like the deluxe version doesn't have any. It's like $20 more, but it doesn't even come with in-game content. It's like a soundtrack or something. I remember going like, for real.
I'm not paying $20 for a CD.
No, like all the extra like lightsaber colors and the hilts you get for pre-ordering it. It's not. It's like it's not. It's not like it was just something. It's like an art book or something. I was like, bro, why would I want this? Oh, PC. No, I'll get on the Xbox. I'm gonna get on the Xbox One X. I'll play it. I pre-ordered for the Xbox.
He's got to protect.
Because
He's got to protect Phil Spencer.
that's right. Just because I have the One X and it looks really good, and I know when I stream it, I'll be streaming on a 1080p monitor. But when I'm off streaming playing, I still have the 4K and stuff like that. So,
I don't like how he said off stream, folks. He's gonna play this without y'all.
And I gotta get something on that damn Xbox. And to be fair, the Xbox right now and the way my PC is set up, console streaming, I know works. Like all of it works for me because I know the Elgato functions fine on my PC when I stream. So like with like a PC game, it like viciously eats, depending on the game, it eats the resources of my shitty PC pretty quickly. But the Elgato I know works fine, so I can stream like PS4 and Xbox games no problem. So
that's right. Not sponsored by Elgato, the HD60.
I wish.
I would definitely, as a small-time streamer that I am, everything would just be Elgato. It's like, man, you got a lot of stuff mostly sponsored. No, I just like their product.
That's right. Carlin said, you're upset you have to play it. You're nuts, my dude.
I have nuts.
Well, you're not wrong, but all right.
And finally, the last topic of this evening, and I'm going to go to the original story. So, as we all play Borderlands 3, and, ouch, Carlin, we have also played Tales of Borderlands. We know about all the mythos, or at least I talked to someone who does. Hi, Raph. And
so I answer that question at the end of the stream. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So with the big controversy that's going on right now is the fact that in Borderlands 3, it features some characters from Tales of Borderlands that was made by Telltale. Now, it also voiced some great voice actors, most notably Troy Baker. You okay?
Telltale or Telltale?
Telltale.
Okay. That company that made those Walking Dead games.
Yes. That's good storytelling. So
right.
Troy Baker voiced Rhys. Hi, Darby. Voiced Rhys, which was the main character for it. And Rhys did reprise his role reprise the character came back for Borderlands 3. But Troy Baker did not. Now, fans all over the place were like, why isn't Troy Baker coming back? Now, with this article coming from VG 24/7, the original story from here, back in April, Gearbox boss Randy Pitchford claimed that the actor Troy Baker had chosen not to reprise the role of Rhys. Don't do that. Rhys for Borderlands 3. The actor previously played the character in Telltale Tales from Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands. This is what Pitchford had to say to a fan about Baker returning. You'll have to ask Troy. I was told by the audio director that he turned it down. Fortunately, with how Rhys appears in the game, I don't think it actually matters at all. You'll see for yourself when the game comes out, and you may disagree with me on that or not. And luckily, they found Troy Baker at a convention during a panel at the Supernova Melbourne. That's in Australia. Baker had voiced his perspective over a possible recasting, saying, I really want Gearbox to know if they're going to bring back characters from Telltale's Borderlands, it should be with the people who originated the characters. They shouldn't just recast willy-nilly, because as a fan, that matters to me. The fans started wondering and everything. Same. Yep. And since Pitchford's tweet made it sound like Baker had refused the role, there was this statement from Baker in an interview with Only SP. I said I would love to come back, he said. Gearbox Software said I'm not coming back. Their timeline tells an interesting story. I think it's interesting that Randy Pitchford tweeted out that I turned it down, and then he said he heard that I turned it down. I would fact check before I tweet it out to the internet.
I mean, to be fair, it's Randy, bro. Come on.
To be fair, it is fucking Randy.
Bro.
So recently, Baker was doing a fan event for Retro Replay, the Let's Play series that he hosts alongside the other Troy Baker, Nolan North.
Yeah.
So during the chat,
they're the same person.
They're the same person. So during the chat, so this is what Troy Baker had to say. So they came to me and they were like, "Do you want to do this?" Baker explained, which I said, absolutely. And then they made it impossible for me to do the role. It had nothing to do with money. It had nothing to do with money. They just simply would not go about doing it the way that needed to be done. So then it was like, I never said no. We asked Baker to clarify what he meant, be it scheduling conflicts or something else. No, it was simply a matter of they wouldn't go union, he replied. And I can't do a non-union gig. And without getting too deep into the weeds of that, we had long conversation about this. We always knew going into it that this was going to be the thing. They were going to take these characters, put them from the Tales of Borderlands series, from Telltale into Borderlands proper. I've been waiting for this call. They were like, do you want to do this? I said, yes. They never, because they would, I said, yes. They never, because they would never move from that position. I'm not mad. It's invariably a completely different character, but it still stings. And before we even get to the updates, it's very true. When you look at Rhys from Telltale, and then look at the Rhys in Borderlands 3, no spoilers, folks, they are two completely different characters.
I never played Tales from Borderlands, so I wouldn't be able to say that.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't.
Oh my god, I actually knew this. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, from Tales of, he was not the character we see in Borderlands 3. He was not established. He was not mustached. He was not confident.
Well, what's the time frame between the two?
Since he has a mustache, Raph, do you know the time frame between Tales of and in Borderlands 3? I feel like it probably had to be at least 10 years because Rhys in this in BL3, he runs Atlas now, and in Tales of, he was not that guy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like a lot can happen to somebody in 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure the time frame for it, but so the fact that Troy came out and said that it was it was 5 years. Okay, 5. Troy came out and said that it was because it was a non-union gig, that it wasn't union. And even though when you hear it wasn't union, we have Ashley Birch, we have Ray Chase, we have Ice-T. These are SAG carrying members, which SAG is, in of itself is its own union too. So we still had union people. So what really made Troy not do the union thing? And I think it's really because of how the unions are deferred, and how the payouts, how the wages are all really. It sounds like just a lot of the red tape on the end of the contracts that make it seem that way. But luckily, and today has just been one hell of a storm, I'm going to go over here to IGN, who has the update first from Gearbox. This is from the 30th.
Oh, drama alert.
Here we go.
Let's get right. I'm sorry.
Troy is an exceptional talent, and we were disappointed that he declined to partner on Borderlands 3 after being offered the part. We wish him the best and hope he knows the offer to collaborate with him still stands. Gearbox is a Texas company and is bound by Texas law, which means that a person cannot be denied employment because of membership or non-membership in a labor union or other labor organization. As a talent-owned and talent-led organization, Gearbox enthusiastically works to ensure our pay and working conditions meet or exceed union standards. We also believe strongly in hiring local voice actors whenever we can, which is why we're through Troy's career really took off after working with us. To be fair with that statement, Troy actually did work with Gearbox way, way long ago. Thank you, Greg, from Kind of Funny Games. On a game, from an early Gearbox game, which helped launch Troy's career. So that wasn't something that's like, you didn't make Troy famous. They helped out with that aspect. And Gearbox also provided a link to the website of the Attorney General of Texas regarding unions and Texas labor laws for further background. Talk about showing your receipts. Damn.
That's right. And also, don't forget, the stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart
of Texas. Wow.
Vegemite says, Drama Nation. That's right.
So while Gearbox came out with an official statement regarding this whole Troy Baker thing, they've worked again, they work with other members in the voice casting that are union. So I think it really just comes down to how it was really in depth, how it was labeled in the contract, or even the talks of contract on how it was going to be worked. Because even though these other people might be union, it might not be like this work in aspect was going to be union, was not going to be looked at by a union, not under union affiliation or something. And again, because even Raph, when we were talking about it, Raph brought up the SAG stuff because of Ashley Birch, Ice-T, all this other stuff. And then that got a lot of people talking about the SAG references. It's like, what's the SAG? What's SAG's portion? What's their thought on this? Here comes SAG. The SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, has sent IGN in a response to the Gearbox software statement from the story below. We are fully aware of the anti-labor right to work for less laws that help explain why Texas has more minimum wage workers than any state in the union. And just the fact that we still say union. Sorry, I'm a Southerner. It's when we hear union, it's a little trigger word. Employers in Texas and other rights to work for less states, nevertheless, routinely work under SAG-AFTRA agreements with no legal obstacle at all. To the extent that Gearbox's statement reflects legitimate ignorance, Gearbox could easily have asked that question during their discussion with SAG-AFTRA, which they did not. If indeed Gearbox meets or exceeds our contract standards in their treatment of performers, which we highly doubt, goddamn, it would have cost them nothing to sign the union's agreement and retain the original cast of their game. While SAG-AFTRA does not comment on member discipline matters, we observe that SAG-AFTRA members who work for certain non-union employers not only deprive themselves of the benefits of a union agreement, they lower the standards of all their peers and facilitate the abuse and exploitation of performers.
I recognize throwing shade when I see it. And that was throwing shade.
Shay recognizes shade?
That's right.
Fuck. Now, please understand, I was following this article, and I read the Gearbox stuff. I did not read the Sager stuff until just now. Holy shit.
Mind blown.
So, and that's something that is definitely deep within SAG, within Hollywood, when it comes to their performers. Is, I mean, and sometimes you gotta take a gig, to put meals on the table. But when you do it as a non-union, as it says, it lowers the standards of the peers and facilitate the abuse and exploitation because it could really just come into it. So Raph asks here, so did SAG just throw shade at Ice-T too at the end there, or did they confirm Ice-T is not a SAG member anymore? I am honestly not sure. To my knowledge, Ice-T is a SAG member. And I honestly just don't know. From what I'm seeing with this, all the voice actors that were was in this, although they were SAG, this was not a SAG union. It could have been a different union, and I'm only making that guess. It could have been a different union that would have facilitated to make sure the contracts were good. But
that's just a guess.
That's a complete guess. I honestly think that just from this statement, when Gearbox asked these voice actors to come and do it, the voice actors that were returning, that were new to it, they're like, yeah, man, I want to voice your video game. That sounds awesome. And I don't think they really cared about if it was union or non-union. They were just excited to be part of the game. And again, that's my interpretation of what's going on. But the fact that Gearbox did not ask SAG, because those are the SAG people, or at least their union members. I don't know. I'm not saying that this is going to lead any downside to Gearbox. We'll have to see what else comes about from this revelation. But damn. So Troy Baker didn't want to do the gig because it wasn't union. And because it wasn't union, Troy Baker didn't do it. But other people did. Were they under the impression that was union? Are they under something different? That's gonna have to be a question that someone else is gonna have to do the work, and then we're gonna have to report it secondhand.
Oh, that's how we do it.
Good job, Adam Bankhurst. Good job.
Thank you. This happened on the RE games, right? The Resident Evil games. It's like Capcom when the most of their new stuff, all the voice actors were changed. Most notably Claire Redfield, right? Like she was voiced by the same person up until the Revelations 2 game, and it's because they went non-union. They were like, "Nah, we're not using union people," and it was a pretty big uproar that she didn't come back to reprise her role as Claire in the remake. But it's for a similar situation like this, because Capcom went non-union, and she was part of the union, and so they were like, "No, we'll find someone, thanks." And so that was kind of sucked. But
and I've heard this before within actors where they take non-union roles or they take union roles, and as even that last sentence says, it lowers the standards for the peers and facilitate the abuse and exploitation of the performers. That's what happens when you're with the non-unions, because there's not really anything that you can do in that aspect. When you sign that contract as a non-union, you have no real representation to try and make sure that your employer sticks to that contract.
right,
They can really do not whatever they want, but they can go outside the bounds, which the performer may not really like or agree to. And it is probably very costly to get union people, but it is also about the protection of the performer. Raph here is also worth noting, this isn't the first gaming role Troy has lost like this either. He lost a Persona role, as well as the Tales of Vespera, I think, role too.
that's interesting. I mean, some people will only work union, and so
Yeah, and much respect. And now, even with this article, I'm feeling that is definitely putting, once again, Randy Pitcher just causing more trouble for Gearbox.
Randy.
Which if this was every other company, fans would be like just trying to, like, why is he still with the company? He should be gone. Blah blah. Internet. Blah blah blah. Rabble rabble. And yet, Borderlands sold 5 million copies in 5 days.
That's
Like, oh, Randy, but we liked your game.
Yes, but the game is good. If the game was bad, it would be all Randy's fault. Randy Pitchford did this. But, now it's good. So it's like, Randy, he's not all Gearbox. There's people that make the game, and it's not all about Randy all the time, but...
Randy, I'm... Just do better, buddy. Just come on. Come act right. Another thing that's been brought up too, Laura Bailey, who voiced Fiona in Tales of Borderlands, is still doing work with Funimation too, where a lot of the Borderlands cast works. Fiona was fun. Randall, what did we tell you about making bad games?
I know. I like you call him Randall.
But of course, if anything more comes up from this article, we'll definitely report it next week on the Game Report.
We should start. Every time he has a crazy tweet, you should tweet at him like dead serious, like, Randall, can we please talk about that?
Randall, why do you have to say these things?
Yes, could you please stop, Randall?
So there you go, Internet. Anytime Randy Pitchford says something Randy on his Twitter, just reply to him just with a stern, disappointing tone in your tweet. Just, Randall, what are you doing, buddy?
Stop, Randall. That's enough, Randall.
Yep. Just go full Randall. But that's it of our news. I kind of cut out news about Fallout 76, new updates coming out, and that was more or less something for me. That was a little bit for me.
I mean, let's get back into Fallout 7. Let's go try it. At Fallout 76 1 year later, and let's see how it is.
Well, if you remember the Wastelanders update that is coming out, this is what that news is going to be. The Wastelanders update brings us the human NPCs. It brings us the story element that people wanted from Fallout 76. They're bringing that in now. So this is basically the opening of a new vault.
Oh,
Brings us the human NPCs from that vault, and brings us a 4-man, what they call a raid, but it's a 4-player instance that you can go in with a group.
dope.
Very dope.
Dope.
And that's why I'm like a little just let's. Whew. There's a lot of good updates to older games that I definitely want to try and put some points into.
Now, listen, I know back in the day, right, when we were playing Fallout 76, we played it for about a month. I know I kind of pooped on it, but to be fair, I really wanted it to be good, and I was honestly not having a good time with it. I try to see the best in games, I really do, but it's not what I wanted it to be. It seems like this update, I'm willing to give it a chance again. Although they need to work on those fucking microtransactions, because that's another thing with them. With that, stop it, Bethesda. Well, I mean, they took some stuff out that was supposed to be free in the game that they showed during the original trailer, and now it's $15 on the damn store. It's stop it, Bethesda. That's enough. But yeah. So I just saw Ari just pinged me.
Did she?
I said, you still good? We've been talking about it, so I hope so, because it'd be embarrassing if you weren't.
Yeah.
And she just responded, "Yeah, bitch." So
yeah, I just saw her log on to Steam, ready for the game. So I guess she's ready.
Well, I don't know if she's in the chat. She'll probably jump in the chat in a minute to talk shit.
We're not in chat.
That's her MO. No, I'm talking about
that chat.
Yes, that chat where everybody else is. Ready for horror games. Ready for horror game. Yes, she's getting prepped to try that out.
It's a full night of nerds for these people.
I know. You get a little bit of everybody except for Showtime. But Showtime is gonna be streaming the new Ghost Recon, I think. So I need to go to his house and work on his fucking lighting though, because for real. And listen, actually, yeah, there she is. I knew it.
I mean,
I knew it. So I also got gifted a game by
a Showtime.
Oh, there he is. I'm playing Borderlands currently. Oh, there. I should have talked some more shit. Oh, he did ask me to play Borderlands tonight. And I was like, dude, Tuesday nights we do the game show. So Akira came into chat on Saturday night and was like, if you yeet really loud, I'll send you a Steam code. And part of me was like, I might be getting trolled, but what if I'm not? It's just a yeet, right? So I yeet it really loud. And then they legitimately pinged me a game called Get Even. And I downloaded it today, and it looks pretty fun. It's a survival horror type game. Your buddy that you work with actually is someone who plays it. So I was like, that gave me a little bit of clout. So I was like, all right, so someone's been playing it. So I can't remember his name,
if it's someone I work with, it's probably Donald.
I'm a Wizard AMA.
Donald.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
so he had it. And him and we have similar tastes, so I'm probably going to try that out soon. The closer said, getting bam, free game, Steven. Yeah, I know. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll give a good yeet. So yeah. So we'll be trying that out soon. So this is where we would end the stream for the night. But you guys get a little more action. You guys get some Ari. She just pinged me and was like, let me know when you are done. So you guys for 4 more minutes. What should we talk about?
Well, normally
first
that 4
off,
minutes is basically our end.
that's right. I will say this. If you've gotten this far on YouTube, you can watch the show live at twitch.tv/nerdsoftheapocalypse. Join in on the conversation. We try to read all the comments that we can, especially at the beginning and the end. You say what you want, just to keep it clean. Well, keep it nice. Yeah, be clean.
Keep it immature.
Yes, don't go past that. That's my job.
Apparently, we could talk more smack about my lighting.
About my life. I've been thinking about I got an extra light. I was like, I'm just gonna go fucking take this over to Showtime.
You do have the extra light.
Yeah, I just used one, so I was like, I'm gonna take it over to Showtime's house and just put it in the back. And
Boom,
be like,
done, handled.
Flip this fucking switch when you go live now, you little bitch.
I mean, not all those words.
No, well, I mean, it might, it's Showtime. So I said before Xbox. Oh, okay, that's right. Thank you. I forgot all about that. So I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you got 2 minutes.
That's right. Xbox One X versus PS4 Pro. Okay, so they both have their ups and downs. And well, first off, PS4 Pro's 4K isn't hardware 4K; it's emulated 4K. Xbox One X does hardware 4K, but you either get 4K resolution or you get 60 frames per second. To be fair, the same things with the PS4 Pro. The Xbox One X, Digital Foundry did a bunch of tests, and it does perform better on most games than the PS4 Pro, just because of the emulated 4K. But the services is what really makes it because you get the Game Pass for the Xbox, and they put a bunch of their 4K games in there. If you have a 4K TV, it's definitely worth it. Hardware wise, the One X is better without a doubt, but the PS4 Pro still has all of Sony's exclusive games. So if you're into those games, the Sony exclusive games look immaculate on the PS4 Pro. So it's I hate to say that, my personal preference is the One X, but you kind of got to look what you're going to play, things like that. Third-party games look better on the One X. I mean, it's just, but not that much better, to be fair. If you have a really good 4K TV, they definitely look better. But see, I don't have a high-end 4K TV. My 4K TV was $350.
It was a Black Friday 4K.
Yeah, it was. And so I got the One X because I wanted to upgrade, and I played that way more. And the biggest thing for me, and this might be for you, and I don't know why Sony didn't do this, is that the Xbox One X will play 4K Blu-rays. The PS4 Pro doesn't. So you don't get a 4K Blu-ray player. Now you can watch movies, I believe, digitally on the PS4 Pro 4K. So if you bought something on the store, you could watch it in 4K, but you can't buy a 4K Blu-ray and put it into the PS4 Pro. It won't work, but it will work on the One X. So it's just kind of what are you going to do with it? Looks both ways, rolls eyes, PC greater than consoles. Well, that's not what he asked, Vegemite. I was just trying to answer truthfully. I got a One X over a Pro, and I debated long and hard about getting a Pro. And I almost got one, to be fair, a couple of months ago, but it's too close to the next consoles. I don't know why I spent $400 on the PS4 Pro when in November the PS5 is coming out. So if I do get one, I'll just wait for that. So it's up to you. No problem. Happy to help, buddy. All right, so that's it. We're out of here. I'm gonna ping Ari. So just sit and chat for a few minutes, and you'll get that beautiful blue-haired bitch's face. And if you're watching us on YouTube at this point, then you missed out. Come watch us live. Okay. Just gotta come watch us live for stuff like this. All right. I'm, of course, Stevie B. And that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man next to me is.
It's Trex.
That's right, Trex. And we're just a part of Nerds of the Apocalypse. And we're out. We'll see you guys next week. Oh, and he's Showtime.
So yeah, that Birds of Prey trailer came out today.
Yeah, Heather actually pinged me and said I haven't watched it yet. Heather pinged this to me just like about 20 minutes ago and was like, "What the fuck is this?" with like 100 question marks. So I haven't watched it yet. So at this point, I'm thinking about filming a fucking reaction video. I normally don't do it for those, but like I feel like I need to with one of these, or I'll watch it live on stream to tomorrow or Friday or something. It'll be crazy. See you, Vegemite.
Don't watch it yet. Don't watch it until you're in front of your camera, or even have your wife with you. For posterity, it's better to have your wife with you, so you're not just an angry fat white guy on the internet hating this movie.
This is ridiculous. I bet he loves the Joker and he's gonna radicalize after watching it.
Good news though, Joker is my friend there got to see the sneak early peek of the movie tonight.
That's cool.
She shook.
Oh, that's cool. Heather and I's anniversary is the 16th. I think we're gonna go that weekend. We're gonna go to a fancy dinner. I think we're gonna go see Joker for our anniversary. So there you go.
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
That's sexy.
But all right, well, it's sexy. And then we'll come home and do those things.
Yeah, laundry. All right, guys, stick around for Aurelius with the horror game Among the Sleep. Here she is, folks.